Hi and welcome to my channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Kate. I'm an integrative relational psychotherapist, a life coach, a yoga instructor, and an author. I specialize in narcissists and borderlines, true, but I also work with other clients who are experiencing all kinds of issues and problems. So if you would like to schedule an individual online session with me, you can find all of the relevant information on my webpage. So much for introduction. Now moving on to the topic of today's video, which will be, surprise, surprise, narcissists. Well, narcissists are my field of expertise, and they are a subject very close to my heart because I'm experiencing narcissists and narcissism on a daily basis in my personal and professional life. However, I will be talking about narcissists from the point of view of therapy. You kind of think it's an oxymoron, narcissist therapy. But the truth is, narcissists do come to therapy. And you couldn't possibly imagine how many women come to therapy because they have narcissistic partners. And just how relieved they are when I tell them that, yes, narcissists too come to therapy and narcissists too can change, provided they're motivated and willing to do the work. So don't believe what so many people are saying, namely that narcissists never ever do therapy. They do come to therapy. They do not come very frequently, though about half of my clients are narcissists, but they do come. Usually they don't come to therapy to do personal growth or development or to solve an issue that they have. Narcissists very, very frequently come to therapy when something goes terribly wrong in their lives. Terribly wrong meaning that they are getting a divorce. It's a nightmare for them if the partner initiates the breakup. They come to therapy when they lose their jobs because it has an impact on their financial income, and whenever income decreases, narcissists panic because they thrive on power and wealth and impact and influence that they have on people. And they also come to therapy whenever they get seriously ill. So these are the three most frequent situations: breakup of a relationship, losing job, and illness. I'm not saying that narcissists never ever come to therapy to do personal work. Of course they do, especially when they come together with their partners to do couples therapy. But in practice, narcissists come to therapy and seek help when they feel completely annihilated, like depleted of all resources, when they are truly in the black hole, digging deeper and deeper, they seek help. It is also true that narcissists don't stay in therapy very long. Why? Because they come to therapy so that therapists sort of build them up, help them pick their pieces together and move on in life. And as soon as they do that, as soon as narcissists get enough narcissistic fuel, as we call it, they quit therapy. Meaning, if they find a new partner who's potentially better than the previous one, they will stop going to therapy because there's nothing wrong with them, supposedly, and the new partner will represent a new beginning and everything will be picture perfect again. Or if they find a new job soon after they have been sacked from the previous one, they will again terminate therapy and just go on with their lives as if nothing ever happened. With illness, it depends on how serious the illness is and whether their days are counted or not. But it's not hopeless. Narcissists are capable of doing therapy. They're often very motivated. Whenever they do come to therapy, I have to approach them in a slightly different manner than I approach my other clients because narcissists are extremely sensitive to criticism and they perceive any comment as criticism, even though I, as a therapist, did not intend my comment to be a critical comment. They also like to take charge in therapy, meaning that they have to feel in control of the therapy process. But if you've ever done therapy, you know that therapy is like a roller coaster, at least at the very beginning. Things get a bit better, then they get severely worse, and then they get better again. And for narcissists, this is something very difficult to handle because narcissists want to have linear progress in therapy as well. But just like in life, it applies in therapy as well, that we cannot just be making progress. Sometimes we reach a plateau and we're at the plateau and it's okay. For narcissists, that's really difficult to accept because you're striving for success. They have to be bigger, better, faster, more successful all the time. But don't lose hope. If you are in a relationship with a narcissist, don't think it's hopeless. Don't think things will never ever change. Because if your narcissist is motivated to do therapy, even if most of the therapy might then focus on you, it's still better than nothing. Because they have a lot of insight into their behavior, into their emotions and cognition. They will not share that insight with you because it makes them more vulnerable, but it doesn't mean that they are not aware of their flaws and the mistakes they're making. They are very well aware of which behavior should change and for what reason. So if you are dating a narcissist, if you are in a relationship with a narcissist, married to a narcissist, if you have narcissistic colleagues or friends, don't lose hope. You will not be able to change your narcissist by doing individual therapy on your own alone, because it never works. You cannot do couples therapy with just one person present. And regardless whether we're talking about romantic relationships, business relationships, or any other kind of relationship. If there is a problem that you would like to solve with your narcissistic friend, colleague, partner, try discussing it with them. And if not, suggest therapy if you're in a romantic relationship, or at least some kind of mediation, just to get everything out in the open, because once you present your point of view of the problem, when a third party is present, then the narcissist might be better able to listen to you as well. So that will be all for today. It was a very short video, but I just wanted to say that narcissists do come to therapy. When they do therapy, it's usually shorter term, unless they're truly motivated to introduce significant changes in their lives. But it's not hopeless. Even if they just come to therapy to patch things up a little bit and then move on, they always take something away from therapy. It's not that they just come to therapy and we sort of stitch and patch them up and they go on and continue their lives uninterrupted the way they did them before. There is a change always initiated in therapy. It's just a question of how big of a place that change will get in the narcissist's lives. So that will be all. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to email me or just post a comment below the video. And I'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.